We're gonna have higher prices. We're gonna have political control over what we do. You know, that's why Hegseth said, the Secretary of Defense, he said we can't CNN can't come soon enough to be under the control of Paramount, because we know that Trump wants to hurt. I mean, I slept with the guy that created it.
We're under attack! We must stop this thing, this thing where they're fighting and stuff. Have to go now. I can't figure out what the hell I'm saying, and I'm struggling to understand why I sound like a man. Jane Fonda, out! What the hell was she talking about? I have watched that clip several times. I still have no idea what Jane Fonda was talking about. All of my ladies out there who are being manipulated on social media, all of my ladies who are being convinced by algorithms to become woke white women, perhaps doctors at Woke Memorial Hospital are reaching out to you, telling you that it's time to come in for your checkup. All of my ladies who are convinced that doctors at Woke Memorial are vaccinating you to protect you from a severe case of OMB, Orange Man Bad! Uncle KC can tell you with 100% certainty they're not. They're not giving you the OMB vaccine. They're giving you the injection. And the end result of living with this incurable disease for decades, Jane Fonda. This is what you have to look forward to as you get older. And if you're a young man, do not make the mistake of thinking that you're immune. Young men infected with OMB, they eventually age into Keith Olbermann. KTB! Last night, ratings for the Academy Awards were released, or as deacons at Woke United Methodist prefer to call it, our Lord and risen King Oscar. Unsurprisingly, the ratings were in the pooper. After hitting a record low in 2021 with 10.4 million viewers, ratings for the Academy Awards, they have increased in each of the last 4 years. Went from 16.6 million to 18.7, 19.5, with last year's celebration of Wiener drawing 19.7 million viewers. They were hoping to continue that trend this year. They were hoping to finally eclipse 20 million viewers for the first time in 6 years. Now, you got to remember, this is the biggest annual celebration in Hollywood. The Grammys are celebrated with the standard-sized wiener, but the Oscars? Doofus celebrities take a ride on the supersized cucumber. The Academy Awards is the pinnacle event every year in Hollywood. In the past, it routinely averaged between 40 and 50 million viewers. But Uncle KC, that was decades ago. The Oscars were averaging those numbers in the prehistoric time of the 90s. It's not fair to hold our new and improved celebrities to those unachievable standards. Oh yeah? From 2010 to 2019, the Oscars averaged over 36 million viewers. Since 2020, this anti-American garbage has averaged 18 million viewers, with the 2026 Oscars down to a cool 17.9 million. Their lowest ratings in 4 years. And there are no more excuses. You can no longer blame cord cutting because streaming is now included in these numbers. The truth is, Hollywood has no one to blame but themselves. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Today on the second channel, going to be talking about the NFL once again diluting their own product. I've been telling you guys for years that Uncle Roger and friends want NFL games every day of the damn week. It was announced yesterday that the regular season it's going to start on a Wednesday this season instead of starting on a Thursday. But don't you worry, Thursday night football will not be neglected because there will still be a game on Thursday night. To make matters worse, the league that used to represent Americana, it's once again starting the regular season overseas in a foreign country. If you haven't already, click the link in the description below, subscribe to the second channel. Although Hollywood should blame themselves for their huge embarrassing failure, they won't. What do you mean, huge embarrassing failure? 18 million viewers for the Oscars is great! With ratings, it's all about context. 18 million viewers for the NBA Finals, that would be great. 18 million viewers for the Super Bowl would be a flaming ass fire. The Academy Awards is Hollywood's version of the Super Bowl. The vast majority of the country used to tune in to see their favorite celebrity win the coveted prize of the gold-plated wiener. But in the last few years, Hollywood has lost 50% of its audience. The question is why? Now, in their defense, I don't expect the Oscars to average 50 million viewers in 2026. That is incredibly difficult to do because entertainment has become so fragmented. In some ways, that's a good thing. We have more options. We are no longer forced to consume the turds that Hollywood is producing. But in other ways, it can be a negative. Entertainment used to be something that united us. Back in the 90s, shows like Friends, Seinfeld, The X-Files, Saved by the Bell on Saturday morning, TGIF, the Friday night lineup on ABC. Tens of millions of people watched those shows, and we all watched it at the same time. And because of that, it made it feel more important. Today, the only programming that we consume at the same time is live sports, which is why networks continue to overpay for leagues like the NBA, even though they're losing millions of dollars. It's also why people were so pissed off when the disease of politics was infecting sports in 2020. It's the only thing we had left that wasn't infected by the disease, because Hollywood, they have damn sure been infected. With entertainment being so fragmented, with there being millions of options available to us, and with attention spans being shorter than ever, the content you're producing, it has got to be entertaining. You have to give people a reason to watch. Unfortunately for Hollywood, they went from producing classic movies to producing steaming turds. To make matters worse, Hollywood has decided to educate instead of entertain. Well, they refer to it as educating. They refer to it as enlightening our audience. The rest of us refer to it as indoctrinating the audience. Throughout the Oscars, unknown celebrities were delivering passionate lectures on the Palestinian genocide or the war in Iran or some other doofus cause that no one gives a shit about. They were doing everything but what they're supposed to be doing, which is entertaining us. Watch it for yourself.
There are some countries whose leaders don't support free speech. I'm not at liberty to say which. Let's just leave it at North Korea and CBS.
No to war and free Palestine.
And what we are demanding is a ceasefire in Gaza.
There seems to be a lot of confusion in Hollywood when it comes to job descriptions. Doofus celebrities have spent so much time polishing the turd, they have failed to polish their resumes and read the objectives section, which is the first section on a resume, or the job description, which is the most critical portion of a job application. When I get my coffee in the morning, I don't expect the girl behind the counter to say, "Did you hear about the genocide in Gaza? I'm so worried about the children." Oh, the children! It's all about the children! The only information I need from the barista is how much I owe for the coffee. If she wants to give a lecture, if she wants to give directions, she can give me directions to the nearest restroom or the nearest exit. When I'm watching Monday Night Football, I don't expect Joe Buck to give me an update on the war with Iran. Dak Prescott sacked for a loss of 9. By the way, friends, Donald Trump just sacked the Ayatollah of Iran. There are reports that the Ayatollah's son is taking over, and he identifies as the G in LGBT, which is great news. For the first time ever, the rainbow flag is flying proudly in Tehran. With Hollywood celebrities, with entertainers, whether they are musicians, rappers, actors, I'm not giving them money to deliver a passionate lecture on foreign policy. I'm not giving them my money so some Syrian actress can complain about America. Millions of people didn't pay to see Titanic so Leo DiCaprio could cry about how damaging the ship's exhaust fumes were to Mother Earth as it sank to the bottom of the Atlantic. And speaking of irrational fears of toxic gas and its effect on the environment, take a look at how doofus celebrities, most of which believe the earth is on the verge of spontaneous combustion, take a look at how they left the Oscars the other night. Look at all this litter. Look at all this trash. Initially, I didn't know if this was the Oscars or the streets of New York City. These people want to lecture us. They want to tell us to ride bikes instead of cars. They want to tell you to quit eating meat. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg is hiking her leg and making the earth cry with her powerful boodle breeze. And every celebrity in Hollywood left the Oscars looking like a damn landfill. Hollywood will continue to blame everyone else for their failures. Every time a movie is released, their pretend friends in the mainstream media, they'll give it 5 stars while the rest of the country struggles to recognize the so-called star of the film. They'll continue to blame streaming. They'll blame the dumbing down of society, when the reality is, America rejected Hollywood because they started lecturing us instead of entertaining us. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.